What's going on, guys? It's Chev, and this one's gonna be an interesting one. Welcome to Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, this Call of Duty, it actually might be one of my least played Call of Duties of all time, and also, I mean, looking over at PC anyway, it also might be the second most dead Call of Duty ever created. Even in the day of Infinite Warfare getting a shit ton of hate, at least it was known for being hated. Call of Duty Ghosts was just... how do I explain it? It was just weird. So you have to kind of put yourself in the mindset of how this game is. Also, really quick, the last time that I did a video on one of these Deadest Call of Duty videos, the last one that I did was Modern Warfare Remastered over on PC, which also amazingly got over 55,000 likes on that. So I would really appreciate if we got even close to that. Which I believe had a total, like a maximum amount of players all time using Steam charts and every other statistic website. All of them had at most only 8,000 people. 8,000 players had ever been online on that game. On Call of Duty Ghosts right here on PC. Okay, now understand, at this time that these games were out, the PC version of Call of Duty really was considered a joke and was ultimately just a console port over to PC and pretty much didn't have any true support for PC players at the time. This game had an all-time peak, surprisingly, of 36,000, which is obvious, I'm pretty sure, definitely gonna be the second lowest in terms of a, quote, recent within that age. Well, I'm trying to think of what the next deadest Call of Duty could possibly be. Let me pop this GFUEL real quick, okay? Picture this. It's 2007. You are an avid Call of Duty player. 2007 was the year that Call of Duty 4 came out and really changed up how Call of Duty multiplayer was perceived and even played. Call of Duty 2 was around, Call of Duty 3, those were there, but the formula of Call of Duty completely changed with Call of Duty 4 by adding in kill streaks and things. So the golden age of Call of Duty, I sound really old here, but the golden age of Call of Duty was from 2007 to 2012. We went from COD 4 to World at War, which was, you know, some people were a little mixed on World at War at the time. Again, another World War II game, surprisingly. But at that time, it was a lot more common. Then we got Modern Warfare 2, and then Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 being my all-time favorites. A lot of people saying that Modern Warfare 2 are other people's all-time favorites. You got Modern Warfare 3, which is like, it's a great game. Some people like it more or less than Modern Warfare 2 or whatever, but still positive feedback. Montage scene was popping on all of those games. In 2012, we ended up getting Black Ops 2, which is considered, next to Modern Warfare 2, the greatest Call of Duty games ever created. So we had 5 full years of quality, okay? And then out of nowhere, Infinity Ward had just made this game. Dude, oh my god, looking at sales numbers, holy moly. So the weird thing is, okay, we're gonna try to search for a game here. It says that there's 55 people, 88 players online total. I mean, earlier on this thing, it was literally saying like 30 people, but we'll see if we can get into a game. So it looks like the only playlist that seems active, and looking at the numbers, if those are accurate, they're all in TDM. So let's see if there are people actually here. One of the weirdest things about this game is that I don't even remember any of the marketing or anything. All I remember is that people were talking about, what's this Ghost? They were talking about fish AI, and then they were talking about how the dog was in the game. That was Ghosts, right? Like, it's crazy because Call of Duty Ghosts, I believe, was the year where I was making content and got recognition from some of the guys in FaZe. Like, Apex tweeted at me. All right, yeah, there's no games. It's so weird. It says that there's over 50 players, but maybe they're not actually there. Also, since we're level 1, we actually... oh, this is so weird looking. It had this weird system where they added, like, squad members that you all leveled up separately. For whatever reason, these guys are hundreds and hundreds of squad points in order to unlock. I don't know, whatever. I guess we could go into a private match and just set it up in a different way. Colors on this game, you guys will notice immediately. I mean, maybe it won't look as bad because I'll have like a color correction on the video or whatever, but that was so weird. Gravity just didn't make any sense. Look how the gun floats to him. Watch. Okay, that I might have to actually use like a character from Modern Warfare Remastered or something as the thumbnail, because it's just, how are you gonna get a good picture of this? I remember this, the honey badger, people ran around with this. So this game had this very unique system where there was like 30 perks or something like that. I don't even remember how to even do a class setup on this game now. Holy shit. All of them did a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of them were effective. Some of them were not as effective. Some of them in certain categories actually did the jobs of other ones. Like, you can have an awareness perk that also technically, if you use it in a different way, could actually double as a stealth perk. So along with handling and speed, how those could even be considered very similar. I don't really know what my class setup was, but I'll just go with this chrome line thing, extended mag, Gold PDW will have gold on them. Gold on this game, I mean, look at it. I have everything maxed out graphically. All right, let me just shut the fuck up. We'll see some gameplay. Now, you'll notice something very, very different immediately as soon as we get in the game here. You see how my camera's in a different spot now? The major difference between this Call of Duty and the previous ones, and it's so different and weird and just an unneeded change to the point to where they had never gone back and done it again. This is the kill feed in the top right. Yeah, I said it, the top right. Not the middle left or bottom left or whatever. The top fucking right. That it seems like a very, very minuscule thing. Man, sniping feels good on this game. What the fuck? I don't remember it feeling this good. This was the first time that they had ever actually introduced the dual lens effect where you can actually see around the character's scope and stuff. Everything that we're definitely used to by now, especially for Modern Warfare and everything. What a weird feeling game. It feels like there's absolutely no recoil on these things. There's actually like no recoil, kinda down to the left. That's weird. Playing Call of Duty Ghosts straight up feels like doing something with your non-dominant hand. Everything on this game was just backwards and weird, but the thing is, like, mechanically speaking, feeling the game, it feels awesome. Like, look at this. The sniping is great. UI is a little weird and cluttered, but it could be worse. Also, super weird in the top right that you can actually just see your overall score instead of bringing up a scoreboard. Because this is a scoreboard on the side, but what the fuck? It's basically like they tried to reinvent the wheel for absolutely no reason. Like, whoever did the UI design on this is just, it was just weird. It just was not it. They never went back to it. Just with the kill feed being in the top right, completely messed with montages and how people were used to creating content at the time. Now, I played the game, but some of the maps were very, very questionable, like Stonehaven, for example. I'm gonna go to Stonehaven just to show you guys how ridiculous this map is. Now, understand, now this is at most a 9v9 game, whereas regularly it's like, you know, 6v6 design and everything like that. So Prison Break wasn't bad. Octane, it was okay. Tremor was only good for trick shotting, it felt like. Freight, yeah, mixed bag. Whiteout, trash. Stormfront, hated it. Siege, I don't remember this map. Warhawk was pretty good. This game got substantially better as soon as they added Drop Zone. Drop Zone is for sure top 3 game modes of all time in Call of Duty history. It just made people literally just run at each other, just brainless. It was awesome. And even bad players would play it because they would just be able to pick up all the care packages since they can't get kill streaks themselves. It's great. Sovereign was all right. Pretty cool S&D. Overlord mess. Stonehaven, this is one I'll show you guys. Chasm, nope. Don't like that one. Same thing with Flooded. I only remember trick shots on these maps. Strike Zone was great. Freefall was also great. But Stonehaven here, this one, I remember making a video. I think it was like a 1 or 2 minute long video. I used to make like these small little like, I don't want to call it a skit because that like implies like real life, but they were like, this map is huge. And this is on like maximum settings on 1440p, rendered out all nice and crispy. Back then it was 720p, 1080, you know what I mean? Look at this. So we got all these houses. This reminds me of like some COD 2 shit. Look how big this map is. Look at the player all the way over there. Look at, this was also, I believe, before they actually added like any of the projectile speed and stuff like that into this game, into Call of Duty in general. So I'm pretty sure everything was like hit scan even over like this crazy distance. How this map is designed. Where is this guy? Also, this game caps you, for whatever reason, I can set my refresh rate to 240, but it only caps out at 90. FPS. This literally looks like part of a new Warzone map. Looks like a new shitty rebirth. So yeah, I mean, I don't really remember all that much. Okay, I got an Oracle. I don't know what that does. Ground Jammer? It literally EMP'd the ground. Oh yeah, and you had to put UAVs on the ground in order for it to actually scan. Yeah, they just tried to do too much. Oh, you could slide in this game. I forgot. Is this the first game that they added sliding in? This is the early days of slide canceling. Oh, there's no tack sprinting on this game, so there's actually like no reason to. The only movement thing that I remember really long ago was snaking, especially back on like World at War. Your character would literally be sliding prone. It was insane. Like on your screen, you'll be completely up jumping, and then on their screen, your character will still be sliding on the ground and then immediately like appear in the air. Yeah, I don't feel like there's like any bullet travel at all. No velocity, it's just hit scan. This game, I don't know. It's not bad mechanically. It's just, it suffered in other areas. I'm pretty sure this is the first Call of Duty where they had like Neversoft and Raven helping them with this one. Whereas I think the previous games that Infinity Ward had worked on, they didn't have them, did they? I don't know. Something absolutely changed here with like the design and philosophy though. Infinity Ward has always been known for like, you know, the crispiness of everything. And this game is very, very gray. I probably have the saturation on the video turned up to like 200% in order to even make this look slightly good. Everything was just, here, I'll take the color correction off right here. Look at this. See it? Color correction off, color correction on. off. I mean, look at the house. This house looks like the furniture inside of it is made of bricks. This game just didn't do anything to keep people coming back to it, and I think that's why ultimately overall it just wasn't as popular. Also, since they had kind of abandoned the whole, you know, Modern Warfare name at the time with them, you know, trying to do like a one-off for the Ghosts series, I don't think it sold as well. It sold okay, but obviously over on PC, Call of Duty at that time, at this time that the game came out, again, PC was literally just like console ports, so I'm surprised that the controls even feel this responsive. The dead zones are still naturally just like set way too high, like 0.20 or something, when I'm used to like 0.04, but I mean, looking at it, the sniping is awesome. Even though the gold looks pretty bad, I'm gonna be honest. The gold does not look good. It almost looks like silver gold. I don't know how else to explain that. I remember people over on Drop Zone would just throw a bunch of smokes down. I remember the thermal was really strong on this game. People would play Drop Zone with thermals, and they would just like have people just run in there, and they would get like massive amounts of clips on people that are just trying to pick up care packages. Drop Zone is awesome. Honestly, I will say, this game, even though I love Modern Warfare Remastered much more than Call of Duty Ghosts, I wouldn't even put Ghosts like in my top. I would probably pick it over all of the Jetpack Call of Duties. I would pick this game over BO3, Infinite Warfare, maybe not Advanced Warfare. I fucked with Advanced Warfare. I just never got my quick bolt. I mean, yeah, though, you guys get the gist of it. The game stylistically was just a little bit, it was different, and that different wasn't necessarily good. This map is huge. A lot of the maps really were just not that good or memorable, or at least not memorable for a good reason. I remember these maps literally for, you know, suffering on it, like this map. Would have loved to play Prop Hunt or some shit on this kind of map because I don't want to play TDM on it. Ooh! A game! Wait, these guys literally don't have a prestige. Uh-oh. They don't hand out, like, VAC bands or some shit like that, because this is through Steam, so, Whoa. Okay. The Ripper. What the f— I ain't never seen this shit in my life. It's so weird not having tac sprint now. So weird. That is interesting. Is there a way to actually set that off? Why can't I set the C4 off? Why was the effect so bad? I was hitting the double tap thing that usually would set it off, like, immediately, and then I tried pressing the same button that was used. Okay, this guy, hey. Keep the game, man. Enjoy.